everybody, it's Lauren. Welcome back to my channel. We are continuing our Budgeting 101 series today as we are closing out the month of November. Just as it is important to start off your month well by looking at your budget, you also have to end the month by balancing your budget and making sure that you end up having zero left over when the month is over. Usually we end our month and plan for the next month the very last day of the month, but for the sake of this video, I did do this a little early so that you could see it. So in the end, we had 3 paychecks, as I had mentioned at the beginning of the month, but we also were not planning on Edson getting his bonus. We had totally spaced that November is the month that he gets that. So we ended up having just over $3,000 left at the end of the month. But I want to talk about where we saved some money and where we overspent. So let's talk about where we overspent first. Starting off, so our internet did actually go up. It's been a year since we had we got that lower price. And so it went up $7. That's not horrible, but we didn't realize that it had started in November. That's our bad. We also overspent just a little bit on our Young Living Essential Rewards monthly order. But I had kind of predicted that. I just didn't know exactly how much I was going to be getting before the month started. And so I was fine spending a little extra knowing that we had some flexibility with that third paycheck. And we overspent on groceries just by about $50. That was right at the beginning of the month before we took out the cash. And so that was just us not being careful right at the beginning of the month. That happens sometimes. Nick, we did overspend on him as well. The reason for that is we had to buy some formula for the very first time. And so that is obviously more money. And we also had to buy an extension for the baby gate for the stairs. This is kind of a financial fail on my part. I thought I could try to save some money. And so I first went to eBay and I found an open box one for $13. And so I bought that. And it came and I was super excited. We went to go put it all together and realized it was missing all the parts and pieces that it needed to connect to the main gate. So that one is getting returned. I'm like, well, let me go to Amazon. Amazon didn't have any brand new ones. And so I found it's a new open box. I'm like, okay, well, this one's even cheaper. It's only $8 something. So I bought that one. This one, along with missing parts and pieces, didn't even have the instructions. So I was really upset and we're returning that one. And I gave up and I said, you know what? I'm going straight to the Munchkin website. I'm going to order the extension there. It ended up being $28, including shipping and tax, which I just find absolutely absurd, which is why I was trying to save some money to begin with. But, you know, it is what it is. And so that's an extra almost $30 towards Nick's budget that we had not originally planned on. So we overspent on him there. But, oh well, you move on, right? Next, we did overspend on our gifts just a little bit. We had extra gifts this month that we had not originally planned on, and so we ran out of money in that budgeting category. And so again, because we knew we had that third paycheck, we knew it was fine to go over just a little bit. And we also did not plan on Edson's driver's license getting renewed, so that was another $25. So in the end, it was about $250-ish, $260 that we overspent. But considering I had allowed for $1,000 left over, we would be fine. I knew that. Plus, as I said, we had over $3,000 left at the end of this month. So yes, it's unfortunate we overspent there, but it ends up being just fine in the end. We did end up saving some money in a couple categories. Not much, but some. Our electricity and water bill was a little lower than what I thought. And then we had $3 left over in our gas budget. That's amazing because we overspend. just with the fluctuation of gas prices. And then for Edson's birthday, we were just under what we had budgeted for. So not bad of a month by any means. And so with that $3,000 left over, we put it all towards Edson's smallest student loan using our debt snowball method. And that smallest loan is about $2,800. So I have applied that $3,000 towards that loan, but once that payment processes, because I just made that payment today, then I will adjust to see how much of that went towards his other loan, because it does divvy out a little bit, but the majority of it goes towards that smallest loan. And then that loan should be completely paid off. So starting fresh in December, we're going to have only 2 debts to pay. One of Edson's student loans and my car. Our goal is to have all of our debt paid off by the end of 2019, if not by summer of 2019. We think it's very doable if we are focused. Now that we have adjusted for the first year of having a baby, we can really narrow back in and be very intentional with our budget to get out of debt and finish off baby step number 2. So I also had made a Black Friday purchase from Young Living. Some of those things were for Christmas, and other things, it was because it was on sale and I knew I needed to stock up. But that money came from our savings, and so that did not affect our budget at all. We also had our air ducts cleaned, but that came from savings. And so again, it did not affect our budget whatsoever. So monthly goals. We had a goal of paying off our student loan, which will be completed. So I just changed that to be green. And as you can see, so after I just made this payment today, our leftover is $0. That's what you want. If you have any leftover, you want to assign every dollar a name. Give it a category somewhere. I don't care if you stick it in savings, if you take that $2 out in cash to go get something cheap. I don't care. Really, every extra dollar should be going towards the current baby step you're working on. Just make sure, really, in the end, you end up with 0 left over. Okay, this is our November budget. It is very exciting to have this month over and pay off a large chunk of debt. That always feels really, really good for us. So the next thing that we will do, and this will be a different video, but we will then prepare for December's budget. And you want to make sure you do that before the month begins. So stay tuned for that video. If you're not already, please subscribe to my channel and turn those notifications on so you are alerted every time I put out a new video. Please leave any comments or questions you have for me down below. And be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you very soon. Bye-bye.